This is Quarantine on Reaper Forskull. And because there's a buddy bonus going on, we have one extra uh, dual box in the party to bring it to 4. Not currently in the party, but will be shortly. All right, so now we have 6 people in the party, and you get 10% for every extra member. So we have
A strange
50%
vapor seeps off the
bonus going.
streets, the result of House Jurasko's bombardment of the neighborhood. According to the healers, rioters treated with this substance will be easier to subdue. Elsa de Jurasko stands near a magic barrier she's conjured to isolate this neighborhood from the rest of the city. She looks at you with both hope and fear in her eyes. Elsa lowers the nearby barriers, keeping your eyes You get the sense that too many people have been forced to live in two squares. Suddenly, shouts break out behind the walls. Shouts filled with madness and rage. The last of the cursed rioters in the courtyard have been pacified. Yet you can hear more shouts coming. Haberdasher says that he knows of several others who
So this quest has a mechanic where you have these yellow circles. I'm going to knock you down. You normally want to avoid these, but I want to stand in and just see if I get knocked down. And I didn't, so I have my Zephyr set on. And so that should protect me from knockdown. It says it gives you knockdown immunity, but I've been knocked down with the set most recently in the last quest. So I think it actually just provides a very large bonus against knockdown. I don't think it actually prevents it. So it's still probably a good practice to stay out of it. But if you accidentally don't get out of it, you're probably okay with this knockdown immunity. Alright, let's get this Carnage Reaper ASAP. It's bigger. It's a bigger deal in the next area where we have these circles, because there's many more circles, there's fewer places to run. In here, it's pretty easy to avoid the circles. In the other place, you have to kind of go to this sort of indoor area to avoid it, which we'll probably do because I know I've seen others in the group with a lot of knockdown before. So, all right, Plague Reaper. I'm gonna have to be careful because I'm at a healing penalty. All right, he's down. Just about to heal myself. And we'll get a few waves. Okay, it's once we get this message, we're done. No, not done with this part, I should say. So we won't have any more circles with the knockdown or spawns of enemies in that area. And so Shiley was talking about, he was doing some testing on Lamania. On Lamania, they have this Cobalt where you can test your DPS, and so he was getting a big boost with the raid weapons, Suffering and Agony, which are, you know, probably the two best weapons for a assassin. And so huge benefits, he was saying. So he really wants to try for those weapons. So we'll probably try to. We're not as comfortable hosting raids, just because, you know, it's some bad experiences hosting raids, and makes. I mean, most people on the server are nice, and a lot of it has to do with things that happened years ago. But hosting raids, you know, you're going to get some, especially if you're filling 9 or 10 spots. You don't know what you're going to get, and you know there might be some raids that go a little rough because not everybody's strong enough for the raid, and that's okay. I mean, that's, you know, raiding's been that way forever. But in this environment, it's pretty tough because some of the raids, like, too hot to handle. You know, the party's likely to fail, and if a raid fails, you know, and you're the leader, then you know you can get a sort of a bad reputation from it. So. Oh, I think I'm going the wrong way. I got turned around. So we're not as comfortable hosting big 12-person raids, although we've done it before. I used to do it quite a bit and haven't as much lately.
A woman issues orders to the nearby cultists. She turns to greet you as you approach.
But depending on what raid that's from, we're pretty comfortable with it. Both the Ravenloft raids are. Let me see if I can dire charge this person. Nope. Yeah, Ariel has a pretty high fortitude save and hits super hard. We gotta run the chest from the orange name. So once my dire charge gets a little higher, I suspect that we'll be able to I'll be able to dire charge that orange name, but right now it's just not quite high enough. Red Crown Champion, we want to get that down as quick as possible. So the red crown, as far as champions go, red crowns are the toughest, and then the yellow crowns are just regular champions. All right, so if we fight in here, we can avoid the knockdown. That's probably what we'll do. It also makes grouping them up for things like Dire Charge and Holy Retribution easier. round up everything. Since I have the knockdown immunity for my Zephyr set. Oh, let's see, it looks like Chrono down here. Alright, so that's this part. Easy optional here. I don't think we get any Reaper XP from it, but I know we're going for some other XP for Destiny filling for others. Back this guy up a little bit, these guys, so we don't activate the boss until we have to. Okay, watch that exploder, so kind of back up from that. Got these hateful eyes, want to get them. Alright, so the end fight's activated, so we're going to go in there now. And same thing, you're going to want to avoid these circles. It's not as bad with knockdown immunity. And we're going to get another wave of enemies. Here it is. And we want to get them down just because they're less hit points and yet do a lot of rage caster. Do a lot of damage. You can see the circles are everywhere.
The resources provided by House Tarasco will now go to the people trapped inside the quarantine zone, as intended.
And for Reaper XP, that's 3,699, or 3,669 before bonuses, and you can see we're getting a pretty good bonus here. It goes, we're getting, I'd say that's over 10%. So jumping from this 53,000 to 62, that's a pretty good percentage of XP. And that is Quarantine on Reaper 4 Skull.